Welcome to Insights into Insurance from the A-Team at Americana Insurance Group. All information provided is educational in nature and not intended to be acted upon without first consulting the appropriately licensed professional.
It's a Saturday morning. That means it's time for our 100th episode of Insights into Insurance. And the one, the only, the gentleman that got this thing started 100 episodes ago is Tom Sorenson with Americana Insurance. Good morning, Tom.
Hey, good morning, Mike. Happy 100th to you, too.
Absolutely. Thank you for the cake and the balloons. Oh, wait. You forgot something when you came in this morning.
Did I forget the cake and balloons?
You forgot the cake and balloons. I've got the coffee. I don't know where the cake and balloons are.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I brought something to mix in that coffee or something.
All right. Well,
No, folks. I'm just kidding.
we are under FCC regulations, and that is not qualified for anything to be talking about.
No.
But anyway, again, something that started. This is our 100th episode. Something that Tom started a long time ago, and I think it's very very beneficial, I should say, for folks listening in and hearing about not only on the commercial side of it, the farmer side, but the residentials. And it gets people thinking about, what am I doing with my insurance?
Absolutely. And today's topic is buying insurance online or by phone can be scary. It's Halloween week.
Yes, it is Halloween week, so we thought we'd talk about buying insurance, how it can be scary. We've thrown all the names out. We don't have an email question.
Nope.
We want to get just to the point because, yes, folks, you've seen the commercials. You've heard the commercials. You buy online, pick up the phone and call us. Let's kind of go through some of these, Tom. And first off, we'll start with auto insurance.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what bodily injury and liability is?
That's exactly right. So what I've heard is people going online or by phone, and so I would ask my listeners, if you go online or were to go by phone, do you have any idea what bodily injury and liability is? Okay. Do you know what PIP coverage is? Uninsured and underinsured coverage, comprehensive collision. Do you know what the liability limits are on your policy now or what you should have? Okay. So if I say you got 250, 500, 100 coverage, do you know what that is?
For most people, they have no clue on this. All they're looking at is that bottom line, that monthly premium,
right.
And that's where it gets to be scary.
And that's where I'm guessing out of the things that I mentioned there, some people might say, I know what liability is, I know what comprehensive is, and I know what collision is, I think. Okay. But so going through this, so if I were to say to you, Mike, 250, 500, 100 coverage, do you know what that is? And I'll explain what it is. First of all, that's the first thing on auto insurance. Okay, so when you call into the person that you're trying to buy insurance from or going online, okay, maybe you're talking to a lizard, I don't know. But anyway, so 250 means that policy will pay up to $250,000 per one person in that accident that you were involved in and that you caused. Okay, 500,000. So we go 250, 500. So the $500,000 would cover the whole amount for the accident. Okay, so let's just say you have 3 people injured and the total amounts add up to a little bit less than 500,000, you got the coverage for liability on that. Now, if one of them went over 250,000, it would stop at 250,000. Remember the per person?
Per person.
Okay, but 500,000 per accident, and then the last number is $100,000 worth of property damage coverage, which would mean damage to the other vehicle or vehicles or building or whatever you
Running
were to
trees over.
whatever. Yep. So that's how that works. That's the bodily injury and liability coverages. Those are the first three numbers that you read on your auto insurance.
And see, to me, that looking at it, it's $250 deductible or $500 deductible
Right,
or $100.
And that's a lot of people read it that way. Okay, they have no idea. Nope. And then, by the way, when it says property damage, that doesn't mean coverage for your car. Okay, that means property damage for somebody else's car. Okay, the comprehensive and collision is damage for your car coverage. Okay, so
there's other scary things. State minimum limits you've got here on the 30,000, 60,000, 10,000.
Yep. So what I just explained, the state minimum limits, again, Mike, are scary, okay? The minimum that you have to purchase in the state of Minnesota is 30,000, 60,000, 10,000. So what I just explained to you, 30,000 per person, up to 30,000 one person, 60,000 per accident, and 10,000 on property damage, okay? So besides the very low bodily injury coverage, okay, and this might hit home for more people than the bodily injury coverage. Let's just take the $10,000 in property damage liability coverage.
Okay.
What if this person, the person that we're talking about, I'm just saying a make-believe person, gets into an accident with a new pickup, okay? Value, let's just say $50,000.
Cars aren't cheap. Trucks aren't cheap anymore. The value of those vehicles continue to rise.
You know what? I just saw an ad at a local dealership in town here, and $60,000 for a used pickup.
Ouch.
Okay, so that's how much these values of these vehicles. So let's just say, though, that this person hits a vehicle, totals it out, and it's a $50,000 pickup. I'm just using that as an example. So what is going through that 30, 60, 10? How much did I say that's property damage?
On the
10,000, right?
10,000, correct.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So 50,000 damage. So
you got a difference of 40,000.
Where is he or she going to get that additional $40,000 to pay that claim? Okay.
That is scary.
It is a scary situation. Just so you know, this is a real life example of someone that I've talked to, okay, or have talked to. Matter of fact, just the other day, had another person come in Wednesday that their son did the same thing. They went online and bought a 30, 60, 10 policy. Now, they had an issue with their vehicle. This person before this, not the one on Wednesday, but the other individual that I'm talking about, they had an issue with their vehicle. It caused major damage to their vehicle. It was actually considered total. They thought they had the property damage coverage on their vehicle, their own vehicle. Why? Because in their liability limits, it said property damage. Okay? Now, this was a young person that I'm talking to, okay? I don't know if it matters if it's a young person or if a person that's 60 years old. They might think the same thing. But the thing is, overall, this young person went online, said, okay, just pick the cheapest coverage as long as I'm legal, okay? Thinking they had comp, thinking they had collision, thinking they had all this liability coverage.
And everyone has a budget they try to stay within, and I think that's where it happens is the lizard is out saying, we can qualify you in X amount of time and you'll have the best coverage. You're going to save thousands of dollars. And they look at that premium, that monthly cost, and they think, boy, that's a lot less than what I'm paying for now. I'm just going to continue to click through on the internet. I'm going to buy my insurance right online, or I'm going to call somebody and say, this is what this person can give me, and that person sells it to them. Why do people do this? We're going to address that issue when we come back. That would
be great.
On our Insights into Insurance 100th episode, scary things that are going on in the auto industry. That's why you have Americana Insurance Tom and his professional staff to walk you through, putting the puzzle pieces together for a good puzzle, and a good insurance policy. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about why do people actually go and buy insurance online or call people online. So we'll do that when we come back with our Insights into Insurance program here on Kate.
You got a side that wants more space, 'cause every day starts like a race. You got a side that loves that style, but to fit in those shoes gonna take a while. Today life's got you running, tomorrow big things are coming. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
To learn more about how Nationwide can help protect your many sides, call Americana Insurance Group in Albert Lea and Wells.
Welcome back to our Insights into Insurance program here on Kate 1450 with Tom and Americana Insurance, our 100th episode. What we're talking about is buying insurance online or on the phone. It can be scary. And before we left, Tom, we wanted to bring up this question. Why do people actually do this?
First of all, because our industry does a horrible, poor job of educating the public, okay, of how important it is to have a independent agent, actual local agent that you deal with. We have a battle going on amongst the big companies that flood our airwaves with this 15 minutes of sludge, okay, I call it, okay?
Yep.
And I'm sorry, this might be some advertisers of your guys'. I shouldn't probably say that, but it is what it is. And so how do I compete against advertising against those companies? Okay, I just can't. Okay, truly in our business, it's us versus them. Us as independent agents that sit down and educate our client and sell a product that fits them for their needs. Compared to them, you make your own decisions, which normally will be the least expensive because they have no idea, no different. You know, and I understand that. I am not cutting down anybody that has bought wrong coverage, but because we have done a poor job of educating that they shouldn't do that.
And it automatically will come back to haunt you because you may not have coverage that you're actually paying for. And you know, how many other insurance companies do you hear do a show like ours?
Not very many, and there's reasons why. Okay, it takes a lot of time to do this, and I just don't walk in here every day and say, "Let's talk about this, Mike." Right?
There's planning.
There's planning and things like that. So, but. I enjoy doing this, and that's what I want to do. Is I hope everybody understands that Americana Insurance is a place to go, and that we take your business very seriously.
Phone quotes. Let's go.
Yeah, well, there's phone quotes. Is basically the same as online quotes. Okay, you do get to talk to a human, but I ask the question to my listeners: how do you think they advertise to save 15%? Okay, because you end up buying cheap insurance and don't know what you are buying. Again, that's the main goal of this, what we're talking about, right?
Education.
Yep. When will they find out what they bought?
When they have an accident.
Yeah, claim time, exactly, okay? Just like my example, when did he or she find out? It was when something happened, okay? Would you rather rely on someone that is sitting at a desk in Boston or someone that is at an office locally that you can go and see and talk to? Stop and think a worst-case scenario with your insurance, and who would you rather deal with? Okay.
And the main thing is, anytime you have a claim, be it maybe it's a hailstorm or a windstorm or a car accident, God forbid a fatality, when you have somebody locally, their phones are 24/7. You'll be able to call someone at Americana Insurance and at least get where you want to go. If you were dealing with somebody in Boston, New York, California, no matter where it be, it may take a while to get that answer that you're looking for. That's why Americana Insurance is trying to educate you, the general public, on buying insurance.
Well, that person that's sitting in Boston that sold you that policy, do you think you'll ever get a chance to talk to that person ever again?
Your number XXX.
Yes. So that is scary thought. And it gives me the bone-chilling frights, Mike.
That is for sure. And, of course, Tom, the number at Americana Insurance to give folks, we've said it numerous times, but let's go over your contact information.
Yeah, it's 507-377-2000, and you can email me at insights@Americana Insurance for questions for the show or anything if you're interested in any insurance. And we got our website at americanainsurance.com, which brings me to think of our jack-o'-lantern contest that we're doing in celebration of our 100th episode.
Coming this week, pumpkins are starting to come in, so we need everyone to bring out their pumpkin. There's $100 cash on the line.
$100, yeah, chamber bucks. It's good
cash.
as cash, exactly. And then we do have second and third prizes, nice ones. So bring them on in, and then we're going to have a voting, and there again, you can have that chance to win that those prizes.
We want to educate people. Tom, 100th episode. Thank you for hanging in there with us here on Kate Radio. And next week will be 101. We'll find out maybe in the following week who wins the Jack-O-Lantern contest, $100 cash from the Chamber Bucks, second and third prize. But as always, folks, deal with folks locally that you know you can trust. We've said it numerous times. This is our 100th episode. I'll say it again. Americana Insurance will put those puzzle pieces together to make sure you have the puzzle lined up, be it commercial, ag, or residential. You know what you have coverage when you come time for a claim with Americana Insurance.
Mike, here's to another 100.
Great episode, 100, 101 next week. And you know what, Tom? I look forward to seeing you next week, maybe with a new costume, because the one you have on today is kind of scary.
Really scary.
Really scary. That'll wrap up our 100th episode of our Insights into Insurance here on Kate 1450.
You've been listening to Insights into Insurance from the Americana Insurance Group. All information provided is educational in nature and not intended to be acted upon without first consulting the appropriately licensed professional.